Ooh, I gotta. It's 12:20 a.m. My freaking nose ring looks like a booger. I be trying to like turn it around so like it won't look like a booger, but it do. Anywho, is anybody up? Does anybody want to talk? Let's see. Actually, I'll be right back. I will be right back. I'm not gonna turn off the live. I just have to um step. I just have to step away from my phone. Okay. I don't be having no. Why I shut the door? I don't be. Wait a minute. I don't be having no clue. I don't know why my phone be sounding like weird like that. It sound like it just sound weird as fuck when I don't have it. Um, when I don't have it hooked up to, you know, earphones or anything like that, it be sounding so weird. It's annoying, you know. And I don't know why. Maybe it's like a defect or something like that with this phone, the brand of the phone. Maybe that's what's going on, but it be sounding so fucking weird. Anywho, I didn't really want nothing. I just say hi and stuff like that. You know, I know I was just on here just a minute ago doing readings, but you know, I could have did Pisces, but I'm the device that I was using needs to be charged. So I was like, I'll just do it tomorrow. whatever. Um, so anywho, I was like, damn, who up? Cause I'm still up. Could have got on Twitch, but I didn't feel like it. I was gonna say something though. Before I came on here, I was like, you know what? Hello, how are you? I was like, damn, I be having these dreams about people. And like when I was younger, I used to have dreams about people, and I would share my dreams to people, you know. But now I'm having more dreams about people, like seeing their actual faces in my dream. And I'm just like, I'll be wanting to share it with them, but it's just, you know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Yeah, and bracelets, that's what's up. Oh, no, you said braces. Wow. That's, wait a minute, you getting bracelets or braces? So yeah, so, you know, and I know, I mean, the dream that I had about this one person, um, it didn't even make any sense, like, cause I was just, like, right before I woke up, this person's face just popped in my dream, and then I woke up, and I'm like, damn, why are you in my dream? What's going on with you? You know? In the past though, like when I would have dreams about people, it would be action going on. Um, I had a dream about one of my cousins, and I told him about the dream that I had. And what's up, Tim? How you doing, Candy Cane? So I told him about the dream that I had, and I told him who was in the dream, and he was like, "Dang, we just like he just okay." So the dream, right? I told him about the dream because this one person that I would always, you know, every time I would dream about him, I would tell him. That was like the only person that I felt comfortable with. Like when I was a kid, I would always tell him because I felt comfortable. I'm doing well. How are you? I felt comfortable telling him. He's a Libra, but I would tell him ever since I was a kid. I would tell him like about a dream that I had, and he never like made me feel weird or anything like that. But when I became an adult, I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I had a dream about him. Um, Getting into like an altercation with one of his best friends, and then, you know, I finally was like, man, let me tell him. So I reached, even though I hadn't talked to him in a while, I was like, fuck it, let me just tell him, right? So I reached out to him, and then I told him, I was like, I had a dream that you had gotten into it with such and such. And he was like, that's crazy because we really did get into it. We didn't get into it physically, but we got into it because of such and such. And I just was like, you know, damn, right? But I like people, like, I enjoy people who I can, you know, share that information with. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy that. I feel like that's, you know, a good thing. Oh, devil. Ooh. But yeah, I enjoy that, you know. I enjoy people like that. Open minded, you know. Not so judgmental that, you know, they won't be like, why the fuck is you dreaming about me? It just happens randomly, you know. We dream about motherfuckers. Just randomly, man. You know, the thing about it is, it's not like I asked, like, please, I want to dream about this person. I don't ask. They just pop up in my dreams. Shit. They do. Sometimes I wake up and I have a headache too because of it. I'm not gonna sing right now because my baby is asleep and I don't want to wake her up. So I'm not gonna sing right now. But you want me to do a show for you, Tim? I might come on. I just need to get me. The next time I sing, I'm going to get me a costume and everything. You hear me? I'm gonna go get me a costume and I'm gonna be ready. All right, I'm just gonna be, and I'm gonna stand up the whole time. So, yeah, it's gonna be a real performance. Okay, so definitely be a part of that. Um, no, Tim, I didn't dream about you. I didn't dream about you, but I could, you know, I could if I wanted to. So, Tim, you like when I be singing? I'm just saying I could if I wanted. If I wanted to dream about you, I could. But the dreams that I be having, it's not like I be wanting to have them. I don't be wanting to have them dream. But I don't know. And you know what? Sometimes I don't even know what to do. Like, do I go tell this person? Sometimes I be getting mad because I'm like, what you want me? I be feeling like it's a chore. Like, you want me to go tell this person that I don't talk to, that I had a dream about them, and it makes me mad. I'd be like, no, I don't want to do it. And then I was freaking thinking yesterday to myself. And I just started thinking about this person that I went to high school with. You know, start thinking about him. Yeah, I know that was like what? Yeah, I just started thinking about him like, man. And you know what else is crazy, right? There's this dude. He was married, and he's not anymore. And he looks so happy. He looks so happy. He just can't stop smiling. He's just so happy, you know. And I'm happy for him. I don't even know him, and I'm happy for him. I'm like, man, you was not smiling like this when you was married. It was like, but I seen one of my old teachers though, right? I was going into the store and I seen him getting out the car, and I'm like, damn. And I'll never forget this. I mean, it did just happen like last year, but it might have been this year. No, it was last year. But he gets out the car, and I'm looking at him like, damn. I'm like, you're like in your 60s, I think. You gotta be like late 50s, early 60s. And I'm looking at him like, is my baby up? Did my baby wake up? Oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think my baby woke up. But he in his freaking late 50s, early 60s, right? And I seen him, I'm like, man, he looked like he in his late 30s, early 40s. And I'm like, dang, you look. And first thing I say to him, I'm like, you look good. You know, it's been years, like 10 years since I seen him. I'm like, you look good. And he's telling me this is what happened when you get a divorce and you. He said this is what happened when you get rid of that toxic relationship. When you get rid of that toxic relationship, you start aging backwards. And it was like living testimony. Like, he was really like a living testimony, cause man, he done lost weight off his hips and all that shit. I'm like, damn. What? So wait a minute. He said I had a dream. I had a weird ass dream. My girlfriend was staring at me. So was it really a dream or was it reality? Like, I mean, I know you said reality hit, but was it actually a dream or was she like, you woke up and she was really staring at you? I have grown a lot. Like, hold on, right quick. One second. Let me make sure my baby ain't up. Why you down there? Why is you down there? I'm in here. Why is you up? Why you up? Hold on. Wake up, oh. You down there? Oh, you down there crying looking for me. And I'm here. Here, you can lay over there. You can lay on there. Come on. Come over here and lay down. Man, I really wanted to sleep by myself. I really wanted to sleep alone tonight. I really did. I wanted to sleep by myself. Dang. Damn. Man, my first boyfriend that I ever had, he freaking was cheating on me. I know we was young and stuff like that, but I'll never forget, he was cheating on me. And, man, I remember, going through his phone and seeing that he was cheating on me. And then, I was, angry, right? I was angry back then. And so I was trying to figure out what I was going to do about the situation. And I just woke him up like, you cheating on me? He like, you went through my phone. And I think he had a flip phone back then. I think he had a flip phone. And he like, you went through my phone? And then I said, yeah. And then he said, did you find what you was looking for? And ever since then, it was like, I'll never forget that, because that's what he said. Did you find what you was looking for? Nothing else. Yeah, it is very scary to cheat on women, because women, they will go there. It can get, dangerously deadly, It can. That's how I feel like when it comes to, relationships. I feel like don't play with people. I told my brother, like, man, I told him, like, you need to do better. Cause, folks will hurt you. You know? You keep cheating on them, folks will hurt you. And hurt theirself as well, but you gotta do better. Cheating on folks and shit. So Tim, you don't cheat no more? you stop. This dude told me when men get in their 40s, they grow up. Yeah. And I think he was 40 when he told me that. Yeah, I think he was 40 when he told me that. But, you know, he sounded like he was tired too. I'm pretty sure he was, because I went to school with him too. Um, you said, hell no. Hold on, I said, you still cheating? What I said is you still cheating? Or, okay, you said, hold up, is you still, wait a minute. Did you say hell no to the fact that you don't cheat no more, or hell no to the fact that you know you still cheating? I but yeah, he said, you know, but I knew him when I was younger, um, and he was like, you know, he was player back then, but he had a woman. He always pulled up to school with a woman. He always got dropped off with a. I'm from Oklahoma. He always got dropped off with a woman. You know, he always used to pull up with a woman and all that shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, do your thing and stuff like that. But you know, I guess he got tired. Shit, he got older. Them bones got the boning. What? What? What does that mean? Them bones got the boning. Okay, that's what's up, Tim. It's a comes a time and a place where folks just stop cheating and they just want to be faithful. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with being faithful. Some good loving. You know, um, one of my Facebook friends, not Facebook, Instagram friends posted, you know, this, you know, conversation with this lady and a few men, and she was like, "It's good to have a rotation of men. You know, it's good to have a rotation. You know," and she was proud, she was happy, but I feel like, you know, me personally, I feel like that's too much. She said she had 4 in her rotation, and the men were like, "Are you sleeping?" No, I don't even watch. I don't watch all that. You know, so I ain't. I feel no ways. You know, better luck next time. You know, that's it. Where you from, Tim? Don't be talking about what you talking about, the Thunder. Don't be talking about the Thunder. I never went to a Thunder game, but yeah, so the men were like, "Are you sleeping with all them, you know, all the people you have in your rotation?" She said she's sleeping with a 1.5, you know. And I don't know how that makes sense. How you sleeping with 1.5, but she said she was sleeping with one. From Detroit. See, I don't really know nothing about sports, so I would say something about Detroit. But you know, Tim, I always wanted to go to Detroit. Can I come over? Can I stop by? I always want to go to Detroit. But yeah, she was like, she was sleeping with 1.5 of the men. And I was just, man, I just commented like, that's too much. That's too much. You talking about 4 in rotation. She said she had 4 men in rotation. Like, that wasn't nothing. Like, that's not a big deal. That's a huge deal. That's big. Damn it. First of all, when I was younger, and I used to, you know, talk to different people. I forget their name. How the fuck do you remember 4 people's names? Like, how the fuck? I forget. Man, I would forget their names and shit like that. That's too much. And then having sex with multiple partners, that shit is horrible, especially for a woman. It is okay for women to express herself, especially for a woman. Like, pH balance is a thing, you know. And you know what? Finding out that men know about pH balance as well when it comes to women is a good thing. It's crazy that, you know, men they, they know about pH balance when it comes to women, and some women don't even know, you know, they be having things going on down there, and don't even know why. But Ray J said that, it's the man's fault why the women's pH be off, because the men, they be dirty, you know, and even if they not dirty, like, STD wise, they just don't be clean, they just don't be clean and stuff like that, like, you know, you know, okay, I don't want to get too deep, but I told you how to deal with a narcissist girlfriend. I said break up with her. But yeah, Ray J said that it's the men. It's the man's fault. Why the women's pH be off. That's what Ray J said, right? That's what Ray J said. I've never even used I never even used one. Tim. I've never used one. So I don't know. But yeah. And it's true because, men, they try to, have these encounters with women, and, their hands be dirty, and they be trying to do some stuff with their hands be dirty. Just being honest, hands be dirty, wiping off. I feel like if it's time for intercourse, I feel like both parties should take a shower. You know, that's how I feel, and it's maybe because I'm mature. You know, I'm mature now. I'm 33. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like if there's some intercourse going on, you don't trust nothing, right, Jason? It was funny as hell. Coming from him. All right, but this shit was funny. Um, but how do you feel about that when it comes to intercourse? Do you feel like both parties should take a shower before it happens? Or what do you think? What do you think should go down? I'm just wondering. Because me personally, 33 years old, I feel like both parties should take a shower, You gotta take a shower and then, do your thing. Just take a shower first, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tim. Clean everything. Um, and what is your definition of making love? What is your definition? What would that? And I don't want you don't have to be detailed, but like, what do you consider making love? He said, I don't trust anything Ray J said. It was so funny because he felt like he was in the right, but yeah, I'm sitting over silent because I just really want to know, like, what is your definition of making love? And have you ever, I also want to know, right, have you ever, set the mood for the situation? I mean, you ain't gotta get explicit. I'm just saying, like, what is the definition? Is it actually love involved, or is it just a saying that people say? But also, I want to know, like, are you the type of person that do you set the mood? Have you set the mood before? Like, turn on some good music, some roses, some flowers, decorated some shit. Have you done that before? I know I'm all in your love life, but I just want to know. Because, I mean, I see it on the internet, I see, folks decorating, getting it all nice, and, also see people who make that as a living. Like, they're like a decorator. They go, and when there's an event, people call them to decorate the room. So, he wants to do something special for his significant other. He calls, whoever. That would be a good. Hold on. That would be a good business idea, side business for someone who is into decor, who's into decorating, right? And you will make so much money because birthdays are all year. People are having birthdays all year. And then there's all these other occasions, Valentine's Day that they have, and Mother's Day, Father's Day. So that's like a business idea for somebody who's really good at, you ain't even got to be really good, right? Because, you doing it over and over, you get to hang up and you become better when you do something over and over, right? So that would be a good idea for somebody, especially if you live in a big city, major city. That's a good fucking side hustle for you to freaking decorate for parties. I mean, not even parties, for intimate settings. That's like, you'll get money. And you know what else you should do, whoever you are, right? You should also record it as well. Because then you will get more money for recording it. And you will get clientele because you're recording it and you're showing the product on camera. And you're providing, your contact information so they can reach out to you. People so dope. It's some people that are dope. They'll fucking fly you out to decorate a freaking room. They'll pay for your flight so you can decorate a freaking room for them. Oh, that's nice. But I didn't mean like that, Tim. I mean, like, you know, do you have like, do you cook the dinner? Do you put lay roses out? Do you put on the bed, I love you, and $100 bills? Like, what you be doing? I don't drink wine, Tim. I stopped drinking. But if there was a time, well, I just stopped drinking. I haven't drunk in a long time, but I used to drink. I kind of like bitter. Is the red wine bitter? Yeah, I'll do red wine. Yeah, definitely red wine. I like the bitter. So, Tim, though, right? Say you're inviting somebody over and they don't drink. What beverage would you provide for somebody who don't drink? Mm, you want to get on the cover? Okay. You go night. You go back to sleep. Sparkling water? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would really, you know what? Tea would be good too. Sparkling water. See, I don't even know what is lip service? What is that? Is that kissing or is it something else? And you didn't answer me. Do you cook as well? Damn. Are you a cook? Oh. as soon as you wrote that comment, my live stream started tripping. Justice, it's crazy. Your assumptions are wild. Okay, depending on probably like depending on who she is, right? But I don't know. Do you have plants? I ask you that because it's like you asking me all these questions. I'm just, you know, wanting to know is is romance still alive? Are people still romantic? Do more romantic things? I could something or that. They keep they keep my live stream keeps, tripping and keep reconnecting and it's just like that. But like tell me this though. Do you my fan of the damn speaker as well too. Do you, on your daily when you're your daily due diligence. Yeah, okay. Romantic is for older people. Young niggas know nothing about romance. Tim, well, what is your how old do you consider a young nigga? A YN. How old do you consider that to be? Right. Also, I want to know, like, do you cook? I mean, do you order a lot when it comes to you? You yourself, you order out a lot rather than cooking. Cause lately, I mean, for the last, you know, 2 months, really, I've been cooking. I've been cooking. I cook every day. I mean, I kind of have to. I got to. I cannot not cook, cause I'm a mother, so I gotta feed my baby. But, um, you know, also cooking. But I know, like, well, I don't know if you live alone, but that may be easier for you, you know, to order out. But I be having to cook. And then plus, cooking for me also is a stress reliever. It is. It does relieve stress. And you know what? Um, yeah. And you know what else is, the dashing as well. You know what I'm saying? That's, difficult when it comes to dashing because folks freaking be folks be going eating your food when they be dashing. You know what I'm saying? Or Uber Eats, DoorDash, them motherfuckers be putting their fingers in your food and eating it. You know, and I know, oh, that's so cool. That is cool. You have a building, like a brownstone. My baby came right up in here and went to sleep. Sometimes I be like, I be like, damn, I'm really a parent. Should be crazy. Even though I've been one for like 5 years, it's still like, damn, that is so freaking cool. That's so cool, man. I always wanted to, ever since, because on the Cosby, was it the Cosby Show? Didn't they have like brownstones on the Cosby Show? Even, wait, Living Single in the 90s kind of world? Man, I be tired though, Tim. I be needing a break sometimes. I do. And sometimes I be complaining, but like really though, and then I start thinking like, this your child, you know. Like, and I think that's why I've been wanting to at least, you know, it would be nice to own one, but at least get the, at least get the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be up in a brownstone. Y'all got 2 kitchens. Do y'all got 2 kitchens over there? Alright, like man, that is your kid. You had her. Okay. So, you know. But she's tough, you know? She's really tough. She is tough. She is. It's comments be tripping me out because I be trying to see myself. I don't even know how I look right now. Because the, because the comments are in the way. But like, I know I keep asking you the same question, but I feel like you take it forever to tell me. But I just want to know, like, do y'all got 2 kitchens? Is it 2 like living areas? Cause that would be fucking dope. Is Oklahoma dating pool trash? Um, I, um, man, yeah, it is. People that, yeah, it's inconsistency. And you know, it's just a lack of respect. Yeah, definitely a lack of respect, and it's a lack of respect when it comes to dating in Oklahoma. And it's so judgmental. People, you know, they freaking, if somebody says don't date someone, they won't date them. It's just have your think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make your own decision. Sometimes people tell other people. Sometimes people do that, and it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of followers. Oklahoma. It's a whole lot of followers. People following the crowd, following what's hot. You know. And I know, like, that happens everywhere, but it makes it to where, it's just like, no, have your own mind, right? Someone else should not tell you to don't date someone because, and then you let it. I mean, they could tell you, but then you let that be the, end all be all. It's hard to date when, people also in Oklahoma. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, okay. I'm tripping. Okay. I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing what you're saying. Okay. I just think that is so fucking cool. All right. And for that to be your brother, I just think that is fucking cool. All right. To have unity within, your brother, so much so that y'all live in the same building. That shit is dope. It really is. It's dope. It is. That's like village activities, The saying, it takes a village. That right there is great. That you have a bond with him. That y'all can live like. But let me tell you one more thing, right, about Oklahoma. Dating is the fact that people always feel like they tricking or like, it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? People be feeling like, oh, I can't. If you do, I ain't gonna take a girl to go eat. I ain't gonna take a girl to do this. I ain't gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? It's tacky to me. Especially when you're like my age. That shit is tacky to me. What you mean you ain't gonna take a girl to go eat? You ain't gonna do this for her. People, they always talk about what they ain't gonna do, and it's just like, well, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? It's a turnoff. It is a huge turnoff when, oh, I'm not gonna do this. I ain't gonna take her there. I ain't gonna take her here. I ain't gonna do, like, what? It's crazy to me because, at the age when you get older, and not everybody matures, they just get older, but um, it's just the fact that, like, you know, you won't take somebody, to go eat or some shit like that, but you'll sleep with them, and that's dangerous activity. You'll sleep with all these motherfuckers, but you won't take them to go eat, and you think go eat is something. No, you sleeping with all these people is a crisis. I don't live there no more, Tim. I don't live in Oklahoma. I ain't even dated in Oklahoma in so long. I don't think I ever dated in Oklahoma. I don't think I was ever like that thing. But yeah, like, it's, we go on. You can sleep with her, invite her to your house, sleep with her. You go to sleep next to her, and you trust her. But you can't take her to go get Oh my God, what the did you hear that? The balloon just busted. I'm talking to you and the balloon just busted. My baby right here asleep next to me. Okay, anywho. That was fucking weird. But, yeah, it's like, it's ridiculous. Oh my God. And how weird, right, Tim, that we're talking about dating and relationships and the balloon just popped and you told me they lame suckers move around. And then the balloon popped. Like the pop the balloon challenge. That shit is so crazy. But you heard it? That's crazy. It's like we doing some pop the balloon shit. But anywho, yeah, it's like sad. Sad, but yeah, I ain't dated Oklahoma in a while. Yeah. And sometimes, even dating Oklahoma, sometimes I be, you know, skeptical because I be wondering if the person, slept with somebody that I know. You know what I'm saying? I be wondering, like, man, it's so small and people, sleep around. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, damn, did you sleep with somebody I know? Makes me not even want to get involved because, yeah. Oh, I ain't going on pop the balloon. Oh, Mm-mm. I ain't going on pop the balloon. There was this dude on from Oklahoma, Aaron the plumber. He's from Oklahoma. He's from Tulsa. And he was on Pop the Balloon. The one that says, you ain't qualified. You ain't qualified. And you know what's so crazy about that situation, too, though? Oklahoma ain't really big, right? It's not really too many people, especially out of the city that I'm from. It's not too many people that, you know, achieve, some success, right? Um, that man, I don't know him like that, right? But I know he was in prison. I know he got out of prison. He went to school. He went and got a trade. And then he ended up on Pop the Balloon. And then he was on a show. And you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it's a lack of support in Oklahoma as well. In Tulsa, it's a lack of support. Cause ain't no way, like, come on, man. That brother did all that, and yeah, he's on Pop the Balloon. But I'm just saying, give him his flowers. Ugh, it's just that's a tacky thing too, Tim. Like, that's why when you told me that you and your brother share a building, I just thought that was just amazing because that it's just, yeah, I thought that was amazing. I still do think it's amazing because where I'm from, brothers hate each other. Real talk. Brothers hate each other. They'll be trying to sabotage each other. It's always a competition, sibling rivalry. So that's just a beautiful thing that y'all can coexist. You know, me personally, I don't talk to none of my siblings. None of them. None of them. None of them. But I know there's other people who, yeah, very much so. And it's sad because it's just sad. Like, I freaking, I don't really do too much talking about um, things that I accomplished, goals that I set that I accomplished. I don't really do too much talking about them, but I literally have been doing my podcast for some years now, and I hit a milestone, and only one person, Tim, told me, congratulations, and told me that they were proud of me. Only one fucking person. And it just is, it's nasty to me. The behavior, that type of shit. Literally only one person. You know? And it's just crazy. Because then you start, this is exactly why I don't talk to my siblings. It's exactly why I don't fuck with them. A lot of my family, I don't fuck with them either because of that right there. You know? Especially when you've always been one to congratulate and support others and, you know, not get that love in return. That shit is horrible. It is. Doesn't feel good, especially when it's your family. But yeah, I had one person, okay? No, he's not in my family. He ain't in my family. He gonna be. Okay. But that meant a lot to me. Okay? That shit means a lot. And it meant a lot to me. Okay? It did. And he probably don't even know how much it meant to me. But it meant a lot to me. It did. Like, cause people be tripping. You know? People be tripping. And like Tim, I'm like literally when it comes to my family, like my siblings, they play sports and shit. And I was at the games and I told you, Tim, like when you said something about the Thunder, I told you like I don't do sports. Yeah, and these are my brothers and sisters on my mother's side too, and they fake as hell. Tim, they are. They fake as hell. They are. I ain't got no. I mean, I might have some brothers and sisters on my daddy's side, but last time I checked, I was the only child. You know. But yeah, on my mama's side, yeah, it's weird too, cause like, damn, we came out the same womb. But it be like that when, you know, the DNA, when yeah, it be like that. Thank you, Tim. I really appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Truly. So you the second person that congratulated me, and I appreciate it. And we ain't even been knowing each other that long. you know? And when it came to him, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I appreciate that. I love that, you know? Thank you for the support. Because shit been hard. Shit be hard. And it feels good to receive that. But Tim, like I said, let me tell you though, I'm gonna say this and I'll leave it alone. But you spoke earlier about the Thunder, right? And I said I don't do sports. My siblings, they play sports, and I showed up to like every game that I could show up to. I was there. I would go out of my way to show up to their situations, whatever it was. Um, I would be in the heat showing up to baseball games. I'd be the loudest motherfucker in the stands. I'd show up to football games. My brother played football. I'd be the loudest motherfucker in the stand. I'd show up to basketball games. My sister played basketball games. I'd be the loudest motherfucker in the stands cheering. And I never, ever, it has never, ever been reciprocated. So I finally was like, you know what? Shit, I'm out. I don't ever have to talk to y'all ever again in my life because I see I have to acknowledge that and I have to move around from that because it's not good for me. You know what I'm saying? Why sit around and why sit around that? Mm-mm, nope. So I was like, you know, I have to move around. So I did. I moved around. All right, far away, like far away. Block numbers. I don't even want to talk. Only person that I did not block is my little brother, my youngest brother. He'll see me on TikTok. Other than that, like I don't even like. I'm not about to sit fighting for a relationship with people that don't fuck with me, that don't care about me. I'm not about to fight for a relationship when people that tells you time and time again that they don't give a fuck. Um, yeah, I'm not about to do that shit. So it is a little, you know, it does. It's just me and my baby, so it does get like, you know, but I'll be alright. I'm strong. I'll be alright. I'm strong. You know, I got like 4 siblings, biological siblings. I don't talk to none of them. I don't. There we go. So yeah, I seen my sister in like um December or last December. I seen her. Um, and I wasn't even gonna talk to her, but I had a fucking vision. I'm like, fuck. So I had a vision, right, about my sister. I was like, man, I'm about to walk outside and she about to pull up. This is the vision that I had. This shit crazy as hell. I had literally had a vision. And the vision was I'm walking outside to throw something in the trash can and she pulling up. So what I did, I did not freaking walk outside because I'm like, man. But she had pulled up, but I interfered with the situation. I decided not to walk outside. You know, I know it sounds crazy, but that's really what happened. But anywho, you know, I didn't really want to talk, nothing like that, but I engaged with her, you know. Um, and, you know, I did get emotional and stuff like that because, you know, that is my sister, you know. I did watch her grow up and shit like that, but what threw me off, what had me fucked up is I told her genuinely, honestly, I said, you look good, and then I said, you look good, da 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 da. You know, I was a little, you know, and it was, you know, she just, it was just, I was like, whatever. I could feel the weirdness in the situation. It was a little weird. But that's also how it be when, you know, you come from a household when parents, you know, put children against each other, you know, like each other because, come on now, what you freaking put in their ear, you know, what you put in their ear. It's amazing to come from a family to see people, to meet people that come from families that are healthy, healthy boundaries, just healthy. Yeah, they have their, things that they go through, but it's a beautiful family, you know. Like a mother that was, you know, healthy for them, or a father that was healthy for them. It's a beautiful thing. Especially for people like me, right? People who can resonate with me, to see that is wonderful, because we be feeling like shit, everybody the same, but we be finding out like, nah, everybody ain't the same. Everybody didn't come from no toxic background. Everybody didn't go through that. No, motherfucker. And we need you to know that everybody is not the same. Okay? We need you to know that shit ain't normal. I mean, that ain't, and sometimes, we make so much so continue the pattern of just that. So I just know my next relationship, I just want, hey, um, I don't know, I kind of want them to have, a good relationship with their parents. I kind of do. Even though I don't have one with mine, but I kind of do, because, especially if I want to continue having children, I do want my children, my future children, right? Um, my daughter's, dad, his mom has passed away, so she ain't got no grandma. I mean, she don't have her as a grandma, and then I don't deal with my mama, so she don't have her as a grandma. So my baby ain't got no grandma. So I want my future kids to have grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Who are active in their life. I mean, and I know some people's parents, some people don't have parents and stuff like that, not because they were toxic and they don't deal with them, but because, people sinned. But yeah, I want my next relationship to be, family. Freaking family. Like, um, look, I'm talking about family like something. My connection keep going in and out, but what I was gonna say is like, yeah, I want my next relationship to be, you know, oriented, family, you know, like, okay, we are about to go. Let's go. What am I saying? Family oriented, doing family things, you know. Yeah, folks know family things. I don't know exactly what family things are, but I mean, well, I can think about it. Oh, we're going to the park today. Oh, we're going to the lake. Oh, we're going to go fishing. You want to come fishing with us? Okay. You wanna go shopping? Okay, we all gonna go shopping together, type shit. I just want some like village. I want a village. I do. I want a healthy village where we are honest with each other, but we love each other. But we gonna be honest. Like, hey, see something that ain't right, hey, let's talk, you know. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about this. But that's what I want. You know, a village. You know, of you know, loving people. People who care about each other, people who support each other. You know? Without you even having to ask like, you know, that type of shit. Let me pour into you, you pour into me, we pouring into, and we just pouring. We all got full cups, you know? That's what type of village I want. Like we all of our cups are full. You know, we're getting what we need. Emotionally, physically, mentally, all that. We're happy. My family had a whole lot of family secrets that they still have. Yep, they had a lot of family secrets. Yep, and it was, a lot of abuse in my family as well. Mental abuse, physical abuse, you know. It's like, you know, it was so crazy because I had a friend and every time she would, you know, she would pop up on me. Not pop up on me, but say I'm in the kitchen and she walks in the kitchen and I'll jump, you know. And she made me realize, like, she was like, she said, like, so we worked together, right? We worked at this hotel together. We worked I was a housekeeper. She was a housekeeper too at the same hotel. But anywho, so she walked in one of the rooms I was cleaning and I jumped, you know what I'm saying? I was very jumpy, you know? And it was just like, she was like, you must have been a bad kid. And I wasn't no bad kid, like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really no bad kid. I mean, I wasn't in and out of juvie or nothing like that. The thing was, it's like abuse, PTSD, abuse, PTSD. I am so grateful for my life right now because I'm not jumpy no more. I'm not like nervous and shit like that. I can actually breathe. Like I wasn't even like breathing. I was literally, and I tell this story and I'm so grateful because I came a long way. But I used to literally have to tell myself to breathe, remind myself to breathe because I would stop breathing. And I'll be like driving on fucking you drive, but it's just like the fucking toxicity that I grew up around. Shit fucked me up. It did for a while, but you know, I feel so good where I'm at now. But man, that shit was horrible. It was just toxic. It was people angry. Just just ugh. It's horrible, man. It was. And some people don't see it like that, but some people didn't live in my body. Okay, so some people didn't experience the abuse that I did, right? But they were there, but they didn't experience it, right? Some people still think that shit's normal when it's not. It ain't. So it really fucked me up because I was really like, and I really had to do something, or especially when I had had my baby, I was like, man, I got to do something. I have to fucking help myself because if I don't, then I'm gonna be creating the same shit again. And I don't want my baby to go through what I had to go through, so I gotta do something. So I was like, man, I need some help. I need some help. So I got help. I got the help that I needed. And I'm so grateful that I did take that step to get help, because me helping myself is helping my child, like, and any children that I have in the future. Because I'm going to have me some more babies. It ain't going to be a whole lot, but I'm going to have me a couple more babies, you know. But yeah, getting the help that I needed, shit, man, shit. Sometimes I'm telling you, like, sometimes folks just need someone to talk to, you know. Sometimes, cause man, I was going through it. Um, slowly, um, slowly watching myself. Um, yeah, I was slowly watching myself. Yeah, anywho, yeah, it was horrible. But it's so crazy because it's the energy, right? Of, you know, inside the house is toxic, but outside the house, on the outside looking in, it don't look that way. But it was. And it's crazy on the outside looking in, but I don't know. There's a lot of like abuse and ill treatment. I did really see abuse and ill treatment. Um, yeah. My mama was physically abusive. She was. She was very abusive. Physically, mentally, emotionally, all that shit. But yeah, she was. Yep. And her husband was abusive as well. Yep. You can see me having two more kids. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm gonna have some twins. I just don't know if they're gonna be twin boys, twin girls, or a boy and a girl. I think it might be a boy and a girl. I think I think. I don't know. Could be two boys, but I do want me a son though. You know, I want me a son. I got a daughter. I do want a son. Maybe two sons. Oh, it might be two boys. Yeah, I might be having two boys because I seen a little girl and I seen um bulls. Two bulls that were next to her. So it might be, you know, two boys. I might have two boys. Yeah, but I know they're gonna be twins though. So it might be two boys. I think it is gonna be two boys. Yeah, I'm over here manifesting. I'm over here manifesting too. But yeah. And I talk that mess. Like sometimes I be like, parenting be difficult, but you know, I don't have me a couple of monkeys. You know, babies are a. And my sister, what the fuck? My baby may want to be a big. You know what though, Tim? I've been buying my baby freaking big sister shirts. The first big sister shirt that I bought her was on accident. The second big sister shirt that I bought her, it was on sale. So I got it. And my baby ain't no big sister. I mean, not that I know of. I don't know what her daddy got going on, but on my end, not that I know of, she's a big sister. But I keep buying her big sister shirts. Like she a big sister. I think it's hilarious. You couldn't wait. I didn't even see that comment. I couldn't wait to move out of my mother's house. Man, it's me crazy. Do you have any kids, Tim? Oops, sorry. She's in my, okay, yeah, scoot over. You scoot over, you don't have to be right under me. Scoot over. You already in the room. You already in the bed with me. And I wanted to sleep by myself. Oh, not yet? Oh, okay. Yeah. How many kids you want, Tim? My baby. Not yet. And how many siblings you got on your daddy's side? Wanted to know because considering I'm over here fucking, I'll probably get one down again somewhere before. About two. That's enough. You probably gonna have 10 of them. YouTube. Her channel is single mom and kids. You know, she handles that. She handles that pretty well. There's this other mom that I followed. I recently started following, and I follow her because I recently started following her. Oh, that's dope. Oh, I'm like, oh, that's dope. At least you got your brother. I mean, you got all of them, but I mean, at least you got a good bond with your brother. Um, so I follow this lady because she's so organized, and she has 10 kids. She's so organized. She has a freaking. She be every week. She be making a damn salad. Freaking. She makes a salad. What is it? A salad tray? Not a salad tray. A salad stand or whatever the hell in her house. In her house, Tim. A salad freaking. She the other day. She made a video. Show the channel. I came because how I'm gonna show it. I can't remember her name. I'm gonna share her when I get off here. But definitely check her out. But the other day she made a soup. She made like a all you can eat a soup buffet in her living room. Like all types of soups. Then we got the salad. What is it called? A salad stand, salad tray. What is it? I don't know. Salad something. But anyway, she made that. She just then a few days ago, she made a baby shower freaking food just because. I like her. She be doing shit just because she want to. And I just love how organized she is. Like, what the heck? Every week they get a salad. Like, I don't know if it's every week or every day. Everything is on ice. Like, she got all the salad toppings. I don't really have too many toppings on my salad, you know. I really don't, you know. Yeah, I really don't. But I do some freaking uh, sunflower seeds on my salad. I do some. I do some apples. I can do some dang cranberries, and um, I can get down. But anywho, I love her, and I don't even know her, but I love her. Do I like pineapples on my pizza? Yeah, I eat a pineapple on my pizza. I would. Yeah. I know people think that's weird, but yeah, I eat pineapple on my pizza. Um, have you ever had brown sugar on your green beans? Huh? Have you ever had brown sugar on your green beans? I make some really good green beans too. Like, I thought I was like I thought I was like the champ. Like, I am the champ when it comes to spinach, making spinach. But when it comes to green beans, I think I'm becoming the champ when it comes to green beans. You have, okay. Um, I be making some good green beans, and I feel this way about my spinach too. But damn, my green beans they be so good. Like, oh my god. Like, I do some green beans with some rice, and it should be bomb as heck. Okay. Also, I'm gonna do some. I have another channel where I be doing just whatever, right? Also, I'm gonna do some okra, corn, and tomatoes. Dirty green beans. Let me see. Looks like the green beans that I'm talking about, Tim. Them dirty green beans. That looks like, I'm telling you, but you know, I'm gonna make me some rice because I'm a rice eater. I like to eat rice, right? I just love rice. Uh, yeah, I'm a ricer. You know, I be making rice with everything. But them green beans, and I'll also be making my asparagus. Man, oh my God, I eat my asparagus with rice. I eat my green beans with rice. I eat my spinach by itself. I can eat spinach by itself. I don't give a damn. I'll fuck the spinach up. But what else? Oh, my cabbage, please, right? And don't ask me to make you some cabbage and you eat beef. Oh man, your ass gonna be. I make it, and it's gonna, man. Man, I'm gonna shake your ass up. I'm gonna shake you up, cause I really be knowing how to do things. I mean, yeah, I do. And I know how to make. I think I can kind of remember. I know how to make sweet potato pies. Yeah, I know how to make sweet potato pies. Yeah, I know how to cook. Yes, of course. Yes, of course I know how to cook. Of course. Hell yeah. And but the thing is though, if I make you a steak, that's the thing. That's the thing, cause you know, when I used to eat steak, my steak was oh, I can make you some catfish. Yeah, I can do all that. I can even grill. Yeah, I can grill too. Just have to, may have to, if you want propane, you may have to light that shit up, you know. Now I've been better at charcoal. I've been better at starting the grill, but I'm just not really too good at starting grills and shit. But yeah, I can make catfish. I can make salmon too. um, I can make stuffed green bell peppers. Yeah, I can make stuffed bell peppers. You can, you know, if you want meat in it, I can do meat. If you don't eat meat, I won't do meat in your stuffed bell peppers. I can make, I also make a good, I just make a lot of good stuff, you know. Um, just recipes I picked up along the way, you know, just existing. Um, what else am I good at? But yeah, sweet potato pies, yup. I was gonna say I can make like I, I think I can. I think I can remember the recipe to make, you know, cinnamon rolls from scratch. I think I can remember that recipe, right? I think I can. Yeah. Now I don't know. They shut me off. They kicked me off of here. But I cannot make gumbo. I've never made gumbo. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I know gumbo has like shrimp and all that up in there. I don't know. I don't know. That's probably something that I couldn't really touch. You know, I couldn't really touch no shrimp and stuff like that. I don't really want to feel that shit. um, So that's probably one thing that I cannot make. Not really good at seafood boils, none of that seafood stuff. And also, when it comes to my steak, right? If I make you a steak, or if I make anybody a steak, I don't really know how to do all that. Medium, rare, none of that shit. I don't really know how to do none of that shit. All my steaks is well done in the sky, right? But yeah, all my steaks is well done. So that would be the only thing when it comes to eating. Like the steak, and if somebody wants like seafood, I can't. Well, unless salmon, I can do salmon, but anything else, like I can't. Oh yeah, and another thing I can't cook. I don't eat pork. So anything with bacon, I'm not gonna cook it. I'm not gonna touch it. I can't even smell it no more. Right? I was not always like that. I grew up in a household in a family that eats bacon, eats pork. You know what I'm saying? However, life goes on, and then you just change. You change the things that you eat, but life goes on further, and then you're like you can't even stand the smell of it. And yeah, so I can't cook no pork. I really don't even want my dishes to have no knowledge of pork. I don't want none of my dishes to have any knowledge of pork. That's be the only thing. Like pork, uh-uh. Bacon, no. Uh-uh. But I'm telling you, when I did used to eat pork back in the day, I used to eat BLTs. And I used to eat bacon, sausage and shit. Now it's hard for me to even eat breakfast because I don't eat. Like, it's hard for me to eat breakfast food. I tried some vegan freaking sausage. That shit was nasty as fuck. It was so nasty. Um, is like the play. Seattle has a good scene for people who want to eat, vegan. When I was in, yeah, that pork is crazy. When I was in Oklahoma, they had some, recently, right? They had some freaking, vegan spots, but I just be so skeptical. I was so skeptical. Vegan. They be saying they vegan, but then they don't. They be having meat products. And when I was in Oklahoma, I wasn't eating. I wasn't eating meat, and then I started eating freaking fish. So like, when I would go to a restaurant, give me some food, I'd be like, "Can I get some food without any meat in there? You got anything that ain't got no meat?" And they would look at me crazy, like, "Who the fuck?" I really got, like, this dude really argued with me because I wanted a burger. And it sound crazy though, but this dude got mad at me. This manager at the food at the place, because I wanted a burger with no meat on there. All I wanted was everything but meat. And he made me a freaking Impossible Burger. And I said, I don't want no fucking Impossible Burger. I asked for a burger without any meat on there. He got so mad. He just started going crazy. We can't refund that, and just started tripping. I'm looking like, all I'm asking, why you get mad? Why? Because I want a burger with no meat. I just want a burger. I just want a freaking burger. Okay. But yeah, the whole place was looking at me crazy. Like, what are you talking about? You want a burger with no meat? What is that? I said, please. Well, we can't. We gotta charge you for the meat, even though you didn't get meat on it. They just come with whatever. I don't even care. Just please don't put no meat on the burger. I just want to think I'm eating a burger. I just want to think I'm eating a freaking burger. But I know how to make burgers with, black beans, mushrooms, carrots, do some corn, put that together, do some like Worcestershire or some sauce or something like that. Yeah, I can do that. I've done that before. And pickles and ketchup. Yep. More like bread, lettuce, no tomatoes, bread, lettuce, pickles, and ketchup and mustard. That's what I wanted on the salad. Oh, and onion. That's what I wanted on the salad. I mean, on the sandwich. But that man went crazy, and I was just like, "Are you fucking serious right now? All you gotta do is make me a burger without any meat on it, and we're good. That's it. That's all I want you to do. You freaking spazzing out in front of the crew. The crew looking at me like shit. I'm not from this world. Literally, the whole time I was in Tulsa, and I was requesting food without meat. They like, oh, you must be Muslim. You must, you must be Muslim. You, what's wrong with you? They was looking at me like, what happened to you? What is wrong with you? But the period in which, because now I'm eating salmon, right? So I went from eating meat my whole life to not eating meat for a few years, and I recently eating salmon, right? And, oh my God, it's fucking phenomenal, right? It is, but so I've been meal prepping and stuff like that. um, so I may eat salmon like 3 to 4 times a week if I'm eating, right? Because I fast a lot too, so I could like fast like 2 days out of the week. I'm fast. I don't eat nothing. And then, yeah, it's like 2 days. Try not to be, but it's never been like 3 days where I'm fasting. I never took it that far, but 2 days out the week I'm fasting. The rest of the days, 4 days. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. So then I got like, cause I buy like, no, never had no bean pie. I heard of it though. I think I've seen it too, but I don't think I've ever ate one. I don't think so. Um, so like, I buy like 2 things of salmon, fresh salmon, and I cook both of them up. So I'll be cooking like 4 pieces of salmon at a time. And that's what I meal prep. I eat salmon. I be eating the same shit when it come to meat, right? When it come to me, I be eating this. I keep it simple. Like I eat salmon recently. I eat salmon every week though. I eat salmon, rice, and a vegetable. Either asparagus, spinach, or green beans. That's what I eat every week. Every week, I may eat that, you know, 4 times out of the week. 4 or 3 times, depending, because sometimes I be extra hungry. So I need 2 of them salmon. I need 2 salmon fillets instead of 1. My salmon be really good. It really do. I be doing the damn thing. But what I just found out though, I asked ChatGPT the other day because I'm like, man, can I freeze cooked salmon? Like, can I cook it and freeze it? And ChatGPT said I could, so I did it. So I got some salmon in the freezer that I cooked. I cooked it. I cooked it later last week, and I put it in the freezer. Or it was either later last week or like Saturday. I cooked the salmon and I wrapped it up and put it in the freezer. So I'm gonna see how it is. But later today, I'm gonna take it out and see, you know, how it is, how the texture is. I want it to be good. You know, it's so weird too, though. I even froze the freaking lemon. Cause my salmon, I be doing lemon on my salmon, but I even froze that as well. So it's so crazy what I did. But tomorrow I am going to take it out and see how it is, see how it tastes, you know. And then I'm gonna tell ChatGPT whether or not, like, yay or nay. If it's a yay, then it's a nay, like, you know. Cause I ain't never frozen no salmon that I ain't cooked. I ain't never done this shit. But you know, I didn't froze. What the fuck? I made me go to sleep. I froze other foods. Other foods I have frozen them, and I forget, you know, thaw them out and I eat them, you know. But I ain't never in my life, me personally, cooked some salmon and then froze it. and then ate it. I ain't never done that, so. I ain't never done that. So I see. So like one thing about yeah, I just feel like I don't know. Yesterday was the first time ever in my life I literally hit a milestone because I bought a freaking power drill yesterday. And that was the first time I ever bought a power drill. Like, ever. And it was so becoming of. And then I was like, oh, wow. I'm going to use this drill over here. I'm going to do this. No, but I'm end up fucking something up. No. But it's just crazy how life is because never, if you would have asked me a year ago, like, would you ever buy a power drill? I probably would have been like, a what? But I literally bought a power drill yesterday and I used it. I fucking used the power drill. It was so cool. Never. I told my aunt, like, in her 60s, I let her know, like, I bought a power drill. You know, that shit was so crazy. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, and then I put it up so my baby couldn't get it. I made sure to put it up and all that, but it was just so crazy because it's like, what the hell? Because the instructions, the manual, right? And that's another thing about becoming an adult is like, you really start reading the instructions on shit. Like when I was younger, I did not read the instructions. I just like put the pictures, looked at the pictures, and did it that way. But now that I'm an adult, I'm reading the instructions, and they were like, please make sure you have a power drill. And I'm like, man, I'm not about to get no power drill. Then I realized, like, damn, I need a power drill. So I bought it, and I was like, wow. It was like a mini ceremony, you know? I'm literally feeling like, I'm literally feeling like, yeah, I'm literally feeling like, oh my God. Like, this is like a ribbon cutting ceremony. I just fucking purchased a power drill. And I used it. And I got the job done. I felt like Bob the Builder and shit. Like, I'm having flashbacks. Bob the Builder. Like, I'm really gotta pack my own power drill. I know it ain't that serious, but it was, because I was like, it was like, zzz, 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 like so much quicker than manually doing that shit. Now, I didn't manually screw some shit in, but a power drill is top tier. Okay, way, yeah, it's just awesome. It was awesome. Um, so yeah, I made sure to like, yeah, put it up. Cause if I don't, folks will be trying to use my power drill for I don't even know what, but folks will be trying to use my shit. So I'm like, put it up, put it up, put everything up, put everything up. That's the thing, Tim. When you do have kids, make sure sure you put your stuff up, okay? But yeah, make sure you put your stuff up. Don't leave your stuff out, because they'll get it. They will get it. And, especially if you have, well, I can't really say, well, my baby is a Taurus, and she gives me, she's just so, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like, it's hard to tell a Taurus. Yeah, definitely. It's hard to tell a Taurus child no, because they don't like that no shit. They don't. Tauruses, they do not like no. Yeah, she don't like no. Okay. That's hilarious. But anywho, yeah, don't like no. And then my baby, I tell her no, and she like, it's the end of the world. She emotional. She like, no. Like, overly, like I'm doing something horrible to her. And all I said was no. You know? Man. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. But, I am the parent. I was like, I am the parent. I'm your mama. I said no. She still be like, as soon as I turn my head, she like, got it. I know didn't mean nothing. Anywho, I'm rambling. I mean, I've been rambling this whole time, okay? And I do appreciate you. My voice is leaving. I do appreciate you talking to me and all that. I appreciate that. I love, how I can just, not see the strong. She's 5. She's 5. Yeah, she's 5. And she has no siblings, so she's the only child, so and it's just me and her. So yeah, I know she be wanting to, but she's going to. I told her that today I'm gonna take her to the park because where I live, I don't know what be going on in the neighborhood, but they be at the park at like 7, 8 a.m., 7 to 8 a.m. It's hella kids at the public park where I live at. And I just be wondering, like, school is not in, but I'll be like, damn, is this just a town thing? This is what they do here, you know? Kids gathering at the park, which is nothing wrong with that, right? It's nothing fucking at all, but I just thought it was, I never seen that shit, like, that early. and it's not freaking school this summer. I mean, it could be like a camp, but I don't think it was. I think it was just, and it was like different age groups, and they be loud as heck too. But that's how you could tell like I live in a small ass town because I can hear shit. Like the town I live in is so small, like I can walk to the hospital. I mean that don't make. I mean I can walk everything mostly. You know, I could walk to everything if I needed to get there. Everything could be, you could just walk to everything. I literally live around a lot of the different. Okay, let me not say that. But anywho, you can just walk places. So yeah, I'm thinking about going, taking her to the park to go to the park because I asked my doctor like, uh, I asked her like, is there anywhere? I mean, no, I asked her if I could like walk on the high school on a track at the high school, and she said that they don't really want us walking on the track at the high school. But she told me there's a park nearby that I can walk, and it's literally nearby, like not far at all, like 8 minute walk. I think it's like an 8 minute walk, and I think I'm gonna take her there tomorrow. You said the street lights came on when you was in the house. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Um, hmm, I was gonna say that what was I gonna say? It was like early 10. Like it was like 8 a.m. and they were all out there, all different ages. Me personally, I didn't really have that. I was always in the house, Tim, growing up. I didn't have. Yeah, I was in the house. I didn't get to go do things that kids did. You know, I didn't get to go do. I didn't get to really hang out with my friends. I didn't get to do anything like that. So I was like the kid that heard about. Oh, we hung out this weekend. We went here. I didn't really get to do much. I did because I was babysitting. I was babysitting like all the time, 24/7. I was babysitting when I was a kid, and like in my early teens, I was babysitting. Middle school, I was babysitting. Elementary school, I was babysitting. I was fucking babysitting. So I didn't have no freaking my childhood. I didn't have that. I didn't do none of that shit. I was babysitting. Keep saying that. I was babysitting. Lots of babysitting. Yeah, so I didn't get to go nowhere, and I used to get so mad because I used to be wanting to go and hang out. And my stepbrother, he'd be out hanging out and shit like that. I'd be in the house. And you know what? The crazy part about babysitting is, um, there were some of my cousins and stuff like that. They was like, I remember one of my cousins was like, I didn't think you wanted any kids because you was babysitting so much. I didn't think you wanted no kids when you got older because all you did was babysit. But I was always fucking babysitting. I keep saying that. And they would make excuses like, you're a girl, you can't do anything. No, that ain't what it is. You just want me to you just want me to babysit your kids. Okay. So yeah, my heart goes out to any, young woman, young woman, teenager who has to freaking sit in the house and babysit her younger siblings. My heart goes out to you because you, in that situation, we miss out on so many things, like especially recreational things. I say I wasn't into sports, but I really wasn't into sports because I spent a lot of my time babysitting. I was always fucking babysitting. All right. And I like, man, I was the babysitter. And then on top of that, babysitting. And then they would also bring other people so I could babysit their kids too. Like, I was babysitting. Okay. Babysitting, man. And then, it was also pretty toxic as well, me babysitting my siblings because, if I did not like, so sometimes, like my parents would get mad if I didn't, feed them, if I didn't cook them a dinner and shit like that, Say I was babysitting, right? And I made them a sandwich or some shit like that. They would my mama would cuss me the fuck out. Like, how dare you make my kids a sandwich and shit like that. She would go off, and I just was like, damn, these your kids, what the fuck? But, I was in the household, and I was a kid myself, but that's how it was. Hell no, I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't getting paid. I was just babysitting. Missing youth. Missing my youth. I'm telling you, Tim, I couldn't do shit but babysit. That's all. I was in the house babysitting. And it drive me crazy. Because and then I ran away. I got tired of fucking missing out on my youth and I fucking ran away. Sure did. So I'm talking about my brother is 6 years younger than me. So he was born when I was 6 years old. I got an older brother as well. I got more siblings, but I started babysitting pretty young because my mama would leave him with me and my brother, leave my 6-year-old brother with me and my brother. And then when my brother started, you know, um, you know, being in the streets and shit like that, it was, but then she had more kids by then. So I was just babysitting. You know what I'm saying? I was just babysitting and shit, babysitting. And it's so crazy because when I had my kid, hell no, that ain't. Tim, literally, my youth was babysitting and cleaning. I was like the maid. I was like the help. Literally, I was the help. I was the help. So I would babysit their kids, and then, if I didn't cook, if I, made a sandwich for them and I didn't cook them something, and then I would freaking get cussed out. I'd probably get slapped too. She was horrible. I would get slapped, cussed out, da 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 da. Okay, bam. And then that's how Michael Jackson felt. And then on top of that, uh, so if I didn't cook that food, it would be. But then cleaning, oh my God, that was just crazy too because yes, I'll be babysitting, cleaning, and then my mom, she had a husband. I can remember remember, like, she would make me, fold his clothes and shit. And that shit was like I literally was the help. Like, real talk. She would make me fold his clothes, and like, I think about it now, like that I'm an adult, like that shit's weird. Like, why you got me folding your man's clothes? But like, he had a certain way of how he liked his clothes folded. So, that was a thing as well. Like, you got to fold my clothes this way. This is how I like my shirts fold. But nigga, that's like literally that's your man. You got me folding your man shit. That shit's weird. When I think about it now that I'm an adult, that's like a lot of sick ass shit. Like, but that's just something that I don't want for my child. Like, I think it's weird. That's really what it was given. That's really what it was given. Okay, that's really what it was given. Cinderella type shit. Man, and then like, so my aunt, she came to live in Texas with us, and so she was getting paid to watch my siblings. So I would help her, right? And she would give me a few dollars, right? And let me tell you, right? She would give me a few dollars, right? And so I go to school because in Texas, I don't really know Oklahoma because I stopped going to school in Oklahoma in fourth grade. Then we moved to Texas. I didn't even finish fourth grade year in Oklahoma before I moved to Texas. So I moved to Texas, and at the school, they had, the snack line, right? So get you a little snack out the snack line. So I started getting some money, from my aunt here and there. And I would go to school. And I remember, I never forget this shit, Tim. Oh my God. My folks was fucked up when it came to me. Um, I remember going to a snack line and getting a snack, and then I got my friends a snack too. You know what I'm saying? With my money. And I remember coming back home, and well, she went crazy. She went off on me because I spent the money, and she wanted that money to get internet. So she got mad at me because I spent my money on what I wanted it to be spent on, because she wanted me to, and she made me feel like the worst person. Like, how dare you spend that money and I need to turn on some internet? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that's how horrible it was. So then, I got old enough to get me a job, so I started working, right? I started working, um, so I can get me some money because at that point, my older brother, well, my step brother, which is older than me, he had got a job because he was like tired of going. He felt like he was going without, you know what I'm saying, when it came to shit. So he got a job. So then it motivated me to get a job. And so I remember, going to work and shit like that. Mind you, I used to walk to work. So there was no like, I gotta use my gas money to take you to work, nothing like that. No, I used to walk to work, um, and walk home. And my stepbrother, he might walk up there and walk me home, or and he eventually got a car, so he may come up there and come pick me up, be, in the area or whatever the fuck. But I remember I got paid and we was going back to school shopping, right? And it was my friend at the time, my mama and me, and she took us back to school shopping. Mind you, everything I paid for because I had a job. So everything that I got for back to school, she really just took, I don't even remember. But anyway, I do remember a lot. But yeah, so back to school, right? She took us to go shopping for back to school. Bam, I got some stuff. Bam, and I remember me and my friend, wanted to show appreciation to her for taking us school shopping, right? Me and my friend, we worked at Burger King, so we used our Burger King check to go buy us some school supplies and school clothes and shit like that. So again, she was the ride, so we wanted to show her appreciation. So we took her to eat, right? Then I'm buying my, back to school shit. You know what I'm saying? And she literally went off on me because she was like, "You said you were gonna buy your siblings some stuff. You were supposed to buy them some stuff. You were supposed." And she was mad because I didn't buy my siblings nothing with my money that I worked for, and I bought me some school supplies and school clothes. That woman got mad while we was at the restaurant. It's crazy. I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's sick. That's why I said I had to get me some help. Like I literally had to get some help because I said I could not fucking breathe. I could not. I had to remind myself to breathe because of that. That shit right there, man. That shit's fuck you up. Being around that behavior, that's craziness. That's psycho shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is, man. But yeah, that's literally, she went off. Like, you said you was gonna buy your siblings some. You said you was gonna buy them some stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? God damn! I'm already buying my own school supply. You my motherfucking parent. I'm already buying my own school supplies, my own school clothes. You want me to buy your kids some shit too? Like, goddamn. But yeah, that's what she wanted. And again, mind you, we was at the restaurant. That shit was so crazy. But yeah, that's just how people work. It is. So for me to get away from that shit is like me saving myself, saving my life, getting away from that shit. Cause that's toxic. That's evil. Like evil. My freaking grandma, my grandmother used to call her Evil Lynn. My grandma used to call her. I don't know what she went through with my grandma, but man, the way she treated me was terrible. Um, it was very terrible. It was terrible. And then I was like, damn, is it because of my daddy? I was thinking I was making so many excuses, but nah, it's just it was because of me. Like, you had a problem with me. And, and then it's so crazy because I was like, nah, it must be, I would blame my stepdaddy. Even though my stepdaddy was toxic, I would blame him. You did. Man, I ran away. I ran away. I ran away when I was 16. Yeah, I ran the fuck away. After my 16th birthday, I ran away. I was in Dallas. I was in South Dallas, North Dallas, Oak Cliff, Pleasant Grove. We was all over the place. I ran away because I just couldn't take it no more. I'm like, fuck, it's too much. I'm tired of this shit. So I fucking bounced. I said, I gotta go. It's really, a blessing to even be here today, right now. Because, man, I ran away at 16. I was in the streets. We didn't even have no fucking we didn't even have no damn, we didn't have no destination that we were going. We just ran away. We didn't have nowhere to go. Our first night, we slept in the bathroom at fucking we slept on a McDonald's floor in a bathroom. We locked the McDonald's bathroom door and we went to sleep on the floor. And it was surprisingly a clean floor. And I wonder if they remember that. But I remember how clean the floor was. But yeah, we just ran away. I feel like we all were dealing with, situations. And we just ran away like fuck it. And yep, our first night we was sleeping on the damn floor at McDonald's. No. Friends from school, friends that went to high school with me. Yep. And then I met up with some friends that went to middle school with me. We literally just ran away. This literally could be a movie. Our story could be like a fucking movie. How we ran away together. It was the most weirdest shit, but we did. We ran away. We did. And yeah. Right before we ran away, we went over to this dude's house, right? Me and my friend and her friend. She dropped us off over to his house. He wasn't even home yet, I don't think. His daddy was home. His daddy was giving us liquor and shit, right? And so then he came home, and then a lot of the dudes knew my brother, right? So I knew them through him, and so like it was getting late. We had drunk liquor, and she said something happened to her that day, right? I was there, but I wasn't like in the room or whatever. She locked herself in the bathroom and she wouldn't come out the bathroom. So I'm trying to get her out the bathroom, like trying to see what's going on with her. And then when we leave, she say that something, they did something to her. They, hurt her. And so, we trying to get her out the bathroom. Well, not even we, it was just me and her there. Trying to get her out the bathroom. She ain't coming out the bathroom. Like, fuck. I think it was just me and her. And I'm like, damn, come out the bathroom, please. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm asking them, like, what's wrong with her? What the fuck y'all do? And they're like, nothing. They acting like they didn't do shit. But then she came out the bathroom and we left, right? But by that time, it was like late at night, It was fucking late at night. So I was like, damn, I gotta go home, but I'm way past curfew. I'm about to get my ass whooped, considering everything that I've already told you that I dealt with in my youth, right? I knew I was about to get, slapped, or I knew some shit was about to go down, right? Because I came home late, right? Actually, I didn't even come home that night. I came home early in the morning, and I was going through it. I can't even tell you everything that I was going through. But that was like the first time I had got drunk, It's just I wasn't expecting to feel that way. But anywho, so she eventually tells us that, she had got, assaulted. You know what I'm saying? By multiple of those dudes that were in that house. And I'm just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? And so I'm trying, like, we're all outside late at night. We just trying to calm her down and stuff like that. Because she said she got assaulted, and I believe she got assaulted. no reason for me not to believe she got assaulted. I'm trying to get her out the bathroom. She won't even come out the bathroom. She won't open up the door. I'm like, what the fuck? So, I go home. I finally go home. And then fucking, my stepdaddy comes to the door. He like, ooh, ooh, you in trouble. Ooh, your mama mad at you. I'm trying to explain to her, like, my friend got, assaulted. You know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to hear none of that shit. She ain't trying to hear none of that shit. She don't give a fuck about none of that. She already had a problem with me hanging out with my friend at the time because her mother had a girlfriend in the past. But then, when we were friends, she was married to a man, but she had a problem with that. Like, she had a problem with the fact that my friends had a mother who had a girlfriend in the past. So she was already like, "Why you hanging out with her daughter?" And you know what I'm saying? Just weirdo shit. But I'm telling her that, her daughter got, we was in a situation. Yeah, we was somewhere we wasn't supposed to be. But this girl, the reason, she like, "Why you come home late?" I told her, like, my friend got hurt. Something happened to my friend. That's what I told her. And she didn't give a fuck. So that day I ran away. I ran away that day. We all did. We ran away. I'm telling you, this shit could be a movie. It really could, but that day we ran away. We said, yeah, we ran away. I called them on the phone. They came and picked me up because it was just getting aggressive, And I never, ever put my hands on my mama, but she was very hands-on. So I was like, I gotta go because I was like, that's what I said to myself. Like, I never put my hands on my mama, but so either allow her to put her hands on me or move around. So I decided to move around. I ran away. I ran the fuck away. We all left. We did. And I'm telling you, we had no destination. We didn't know where we were gonna go. All right, we did not. Some nights we slept over. Yeah, we didn't know where we was gonna go. We was everywhere. We was trying to survive in Dallas. We was trying to survive in the hood. We was trying to survive in Oak Cliff. We was trying to survive in fucking. I remember I was literally So I had another friend who had a sister who became my friend, and she was in high school, graduated. So I even went to school with her ass. I went to school with her in Pleasant Grove. I went to her high school. They didn't say shit. They didn't say nothing. They didn't know that I wasn't enrolled in the school. I literally went to school with her because I had ran away. Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, I went to school with her in Pleasant Grove, and it was just crazy. It was crazy. It was. But anywho, I'm gonna get up off here. I appreciate you, Tim, for staying up with me and talking to me. I appreciate it. I feel like I needed this conversation. I needed to talk to somebody. So I appreciate you, interacting with me, talking to me. Sending you a lot of love, and I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful day, rest of your day. And when I come back, definitely say what's up. Thank you for spending time with me.